Which are the 11 dragons missing from the first season of House of the Dragon? Well, let's tell you the ones that did not make an appearance and whether they will do so in future seasons. Let's get to it. Number 1. Silverwing. Let's start with the pale silver she-dragon, and she is Silverwing and one of the riderless dragons in Dragonstone at the end of the first season. She, along with Vermithor, would be claimed in the second season by bastards called Ulf the White and Hugh Hammer, respectively. Silverwing is a large dragon, an old dragon as well, one of the first generation dragons to be born after Aegon's conquest. She has been described as a silvery dragon and was considered relatively docile and friendly to strangers. Number 2. The Cannibal. One of the oldest, if not the oldest dragon, and probably one of the biggest as well, in Westeros. The Cannibal is the largest of the wild dragons of Dragonstone and is a feared beast. He eats whatever he wants. He is mentioned by Daemon in the last episode, although not by name, alongside 2 other dragons. Unfortunately, this dragon will not be claimed by anyone and would remain wild. Number 3. Sheepstealer. Sheepstealer was a hideous mud-brown dragon. He was not violent towards people unless provoked. He had a taste for mutton and would also eat an occasional sheepdog on the way, but would never hurt a shepherd. Sheepstealer was well over 50 years old when Nettles bonded with him. Thus he was a mature dragon. Dreamfire, on one hand, who was much older than Sheepstealer, was regularly characterized as slim and large. Thus, Sheepstealer may have also been the same. Number 4. Greyhost. Greyhost was a faint, grey-white dragon like the morning mist. He was a bashful dragon that avoided mankind and their efforts for years at a time, earning him the moniker the Greyhost because he was out there, grey and like a ghost. He was one of the 3 wild dragons alongside Sheepstealer and the Cannibal and was never claimed or ridden by any man. The crew of the Nessaria, a ship, witnessed Greyhost and another dragon battle in the sky over the Dragonmont in 130 AC, and the dragon was killed during the battle and devoured by Sunfire. Number 5. Dyraxes. This dragon was not seen in Season 1 but was said to have been bonded with Joffrey Velaryon, the 3rd child of Queen Rhaenyra. Dyraxes was a young dragon and was growing at a fast pace, but was still smaller than Vermax and even Arax. By the time of the Dance of the Dragons, he had recently been able to fly long distances with his rider, but was not quite big enough for combat. Thus, he would be seen in Season 2 with a young Prince Joffrey. Number 6. Morning. This was the youngest dragon that would be seen in the series and would probably only make an appearance until the final season of the show. Morning was a she-dragon which hatched during the Dance of the Dragons and belonged to Rhaena Targaryen, the daughter of Prince Daemon Targaryen and Laena Velaryon. Morning is going to be a pale pink dragon with black horns and a white chest. She would also be the only surviving Targaryen dragon after the war. Number 7. Deserion. The Blue Queen is definitely one to look out in the next season. Deserion was a lovely blue she-dragon. Her wings were deep cobalt blue, while her claws, crest and belly scales were a vivid hammered copper. Her flames were also supposed to be cobalt blue in color, but we will only see normal flames. During the Dance of the Dragons, she was the youngest dragon of fighting weight belonging to Prince Daeron of the Greens. She would take part in a deadly battle that would end in 3 dragons dying because of it. Number 8. Moon Dancer. She was a graceful and very nimble she-dragon that was ridden by Baela Targaryen and will be seen in the next season. Moon Dancer was a slender pale green. Her horns, crest and wing bones were pearl in color. She was very quick, both in the sky and on the ground. She was mentioned by Daemon in the last episode and therefore would make her debut in Season 2. And here she would probably go to battle against Sunfire and Aegon II. Number 9. Stormcloud. This is the dragon that was hatched and bonded with Aegon the Younger, the youngest son of Rhaenyra Targaryen who would become the king after the war. Although in the books both Aegon and the dragon were old enough to ride and fly in the air by themselves, in the show however, Aegon was still seen as a toddler, and Stormcloud might only be seen till the 3rd season or so. Number 10. Morgul. He was a young dragon bound to but never ridden by Princess Jaehaera Targaryen. Sadly, not much is stated about the dragon but that he was locked in the dragon pit with Dreamfire, Sea Smoke, Dyraxes and Strikas. Morgul would be killed in the dragon pit in the storming by a huge mob of people from King's Landing. And number 11. Strikas. She was another young dragon that was born to one of the twin children of Aegon II, born to Prince Jaehaerys Targaryen, and not much is known about this dragon, just as not much is known about Morgul, but that she would be killed in the dragon pit with several others, because she was locked there. She would probably be seen till the 3rd season. So I hope you have enjoyed watching this video. Do hit that like button for support and subscribe, but most of all smash the bell icon for regular updates on new videos right here on this channel. Till the next one, take care fam.